Sparky's Angels.
I'm Elizabeth Eimers.
Lindy Canan.
Diana Gutierrez.
Russell Cowdery. Well, for me, I think it really brought out the competitive nature in myself. You know, I want to win. I mean, that was the big part of it. But then just being part of the team and having that support structure, not wanting to let your teammates down, that was more important than winning. It really got us through a lot of really tough times.
I was journaling before, but I was having trouble with consistency. And so this 5 weeks, I made sure I journaled every day. I wanted to make sure that I was staying under the calorie totals so that I was going to have success lifting weight, because I didn't want to let my team down. And also, careful to make sure to get in the off-day cardio. I knew my team was doing it, and I wanted to do everything I could to help the team.
I think one of the most noticeable things for us in particular, being a part of the 530 class, is that we've been able to come together closer, be a closer unit. I think it's been fun because we've also been able to get to know some of the folks maybe in the advanced section that we wouldn't normally interact with. So the overall experience, I think, just it's formed a community. There's a stronger unity amongst the group, which I think is just it's an essential and important part of belonging.
For me personally, it was getting sick in the middle of the challenge. I got really sick right before spring break started, and I probably slept in 2 days of that time. We were supposed to be meeting and having our workouts as a team, and these guys kept working when they could, and they kept encouraging us to get better and get back out there, and it kept me from eating while I was sick in bed, you know, because I knew I couldn't let the teammates down. What about you guys?
For me, I had an out-of-town wedding, and it made me be a little bit more accountable about what I ate that weekend. I did let myself have wedding cake because it was a big deal, but it made me be more creative and plan ahead about how I was going to be more reasonable about what I was going to do, and kind of gave me some background for how I'll handle next time going out of town.
And then for me, the biggest challenge is just my work and personal life schedule. Because I travel, I had to make sure during my trips that I wasn't going out and doing things I shouldn't do to contribute to bad habits. So I think, you know, really being cautious of that and aware of it was a challenging point that we were able to kind of call each other and say, let's keep it in check.
A healthier lifestyle and smaller portion sizes, also friendship, and a sense of hope, because before I didn't think I could lose the weight, and now I know that I went above and beyond what I thought I was going to lose.
For me, I became more consistent with journaling. I was able to learn the calories in a lot of the foods that I eat regularly, so I'm more aware of which foods I can eat and how much of my daily calorie it takes up. Also, I felt a sense of support, and it made me also get a sense of success because I've lost more weight than I was able to before at a faster pace. It was nice to see results from the hard work.
I think the greatest benefit for me personally was just what it did to this team. I mean, I think we were able to hone in on the skills that each one of us had, and then just really maximize what each one of us potentially could do. You know, for instance, Elizabeth was incredibly creative in coming up with recipes and giving us some exercises to challenge ourselves when we were working out at home or I was traveling or whatever. Lindy was that consistent, strong person who throughout the entire process was just making sure we were steady, we were moving. Was everybody healthy? Was everyone okay? It was incredible to see us come together. Russell, you know, I think the greatest thing of having Russell do this with me as my husband is that, you know, we were both doing this together, and we were going to the grocery store, buying healthy foods and items, and we weren't stacking our pantry with things that weren't good for us. And I think that was a huge piece of the success in our home together.
Yeah. I think for me it was, I mean, all of this is fantastic. Now I have people I can lean on. I know that if Lindy's not showing up after a couple of days at boot camp. I'm going to text her on my email. I'm going to find out how she's doing. I don't have that necessarily with all the other boot campers. I know names. I have people that are concerned about us. So this is on a more personal level, and that's been fantastic. As far as the competition, it was great to reach our goals. What it allowed me to do is reset my goals. So now, instead of losing the 40 pounds that was my goal setting out for boot camp, I'm going to try to lose closer to 60. And I feel like I can actually do that. And before, I really didn't think I could get below 220 to save my life. And now I think it's attainable.
And collectively, Sparky's Angels was able to lose a total of 52.4 pounds and 43.75 inches.
Suck it, Rockette.